Hey there everyone, it's Val, and welcome back to Project Renascintis, Evalyn's Dilemma. Indeed. Well, I don't know quite what to do about you fella. I'm gonna have to consult people. Well, gods. Gods are people too. It's a pity you weren't purified by whatever did this. Maybe if I leave here long enough, it'll help you out? You are gonna break, aren't you? Dang it. Thank you. The heck? Is that how that worked? Alright, well let's try that again. I would like to get you up and down anyway. Get in there. I'm sorry. Nope. Get back in there. Dang it. Okay, uh-oh. Okay, I have a small problem here. I can't get him back in there. Well, bud, you're free. For whatever good that'll do you. Hey! Don't you be... What are you... I guess he's writing a story. Alright, fine. I don't know how to get you back in there, then. Oh. Let's see. Okay. Don't know. Alright, well. I'm guessing that was there. Yeah, that's how it was before. I think. Like that or something. Well, I guess I'll leave you in here for a moment. I don't exactly have... Okay, the door's... is the door shut? Yes, the door's shut. Well, I don't know what you're typing there, bud, but I'll leave you to it. I will try again to pick you up. Just in case. No, I can't get him. Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to... Well, I would normally ask Kael about this, but I know what his solution would be, just to kill you. If he was even talking to me at this point and didn't want to kill me on sight. Which he currently does. I guess... Thing is, I don't know when he left me that message. I want to think that he knew it would help, but he didn't know how. Oh, wait. If I off my fingers. I think to try this before. He's still there, okay. Got him! Alright. That's so strange. Okay. Well, I'll put him in here for now until I can ask about how to help him. If he's helpable. We'll see. But I hope I've made the right choice, trusting William. Really, I think he's my only hope to get that. To get that vial. Well, I assume it's a vial that has perdition in it. Actually, where did I put... First, I remember moving it. There it is. That's not all of them, though. I have some more somewhere else. But that should be enough. I need that vial. I might need that vial at any time. So... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him in here. And I will put... I have no from. Stop him from wandering. I didn't expect to use this particular room purpose again. But I will ask if there's any way to help him. If there isn't... Okay. So you can't seem to come out of there? Alright. Because I might need that for perdition. Possibly. I wish I know when he wrote that message. It could have been there for a while. I mean, but I don't normally snoop and read people's stuff. The only time I would do that is, well, after I've been told that I can have all his things. Which reminds me, I never did find where he was keeping the horses. Let's go back and have another look around. Maybe I missed something. Maybe there's more to be found. I'm gonna miss you, Hunch. But I'm more at peace now than when you first died. Because, well, first I've already been through that grieving. Because now I know you're safe. And you're you. And I don't know where you are. The gods don't really know where you are. I'm hoping the entities do. All I know is I saw the horse run out. And it had to have come from somewhere. And there should have been more than one horse, and I don't hear horses. Alright, let's not get caught up in wanting to cry again. Let's see if we can figure out where that horse came from. I mean, I know where I'd hide a door. There's this room that doesn't look... Maybe he kept them in here? I know he had an underground something, but the way to that used to be over here? No. Alright, well, let's start logically. Oh. That reminds me of the blocks that Alair originally used to redecorate my front doorstep area. Thing is, he was a vampire. He could turn into a bat. It could be anywhere. No. Where did that horse come from? He sure had a lot of books. I guess he's had a lot of time to accumulate them. The Tower of Prophecy by Styx? He was typing something. Rooted into the plains lies an enormous camp named Zux. Zux is known as the city over the mound to those far away. Zux has extravagant shops, a skilled geologist, and a small community center. The local geologist is always around to help those in need. Each night, geologist Defio would traverse to the edge of the rooftop and say a prayer. Facing the horizon with her weapon drawn, she whispered her battle chant. A hot breeze blew across her clothes, and she opened her eyes. She could see a bunch of light nearly over the desert. The geologist wondered about the distant village. She decided she would communicate her curiosity to the other villagers in Zux. She suggested they get any medicine they could spare, and she would take an adventure to the distant village and attempt to investigate. Since close to a quarter month of running, DeFeo could see onto the last mountain and down onto the village. This was more than a burning village. This was a party. There was a monstrous beastie just on the outskirts of the village observing it burn. DeFeo attempted to spot if everything was safe, but it was too foggy to see. DeFeo needed to get closer to search for survivors. If the beastie were to see her, she might get injured or killed, but she should not take the chance of leaving someone. As DeFeo neared the smoldering village, she could hear a person hiding. She walked in to attempt to liberate her. She was locked under some rubble. DeFeo kicked the door open and inquired if there was anyone else. She said her name was Julbord. It was dangerous outside. DeFeo and Julbord escaped the smoldering house, determined to escape to refuge. The beastie had searched around and spotted them. It was a flying creeper. The flying creeper jumped down to try to attack the survivors. DeFeo, determined to guard Julbord, broke a stick in half and plunged it at the flying creeper. Just as the flying creeper attempted to eat DeFeo, she penetrated her hoe deep into the flying creeper's eye, scaring it away. Julbord was perplexed at how fast that just happened. DeFeo ran to Julbord and spoke to her, reminding her that the bomb is defused. They could adventure to Zeux now. Okay, Why was it called the Tower of Prophecy? Well, I can make the chair and the table. I might be able to make this. Can I make this? Alright, I can make that too. Let's give him a typewriter and a table and see if he has anything else to write. Let's see if I can... There we go. Here, have some paper. I just want to put it back because this was my brother's. Anyway, well, down here, it's not precisely well lit. I mean, if I were going to put a door, I might put one here. I wouldn't actually probably leave it out in the open. Well, mind you, how would a horse get up a trapdoor? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I have no idea. It's not there. Alright. I'll have to look later. Alright, let's, this is the last room. I mean, I would if it was anywhere, I'd expect it to be below, but I don't know how, like I said, how a horse would do that. All I can think is that he was keeping them in the far room that was empty, and, well, the others already ran away. I hope that wasn't Kael's horse. It didn't look like it. Where'd it go? I know I'm kind of occupying my... There you are. No, there's one of you. Well, I don't know if you were the one that ran out or not. I don't know how you would have ended up in a corral. So is this where he had you? Yeah? Where's your compatriot? Hmm? Yes, I'm here to take you home. You can come with me. I don't want to leave you here and starve to death in your corral, because there's not exactly a lot of grass there for you to eat. If that's even grass. Ooh. It's beautiful stone, actually. No, I don't know where. I mean, this... I don't know where, or even if, maybe there isn't a basement to this anymore. Now I found the corral, it's right there. So, or actually, was it out back? That's why I didn't see it. Where was it? Yeah, it was around the side here. And I arrived right in the entryway, so I didn't see it. That doesn't explain what you were doing in the house, though. Wait, what's this? Nothing, that's what that is. Alright, well... let's go give Styx a table and some things to write with. Return... I guess we could look around for another horse. Maybe he jumped back into the corral? I suppose that's possible. I was kind of occupied at the time. I wasn't paying a lot of attention. Well, he's far gone. Is that a node? It's... Alright. More like an X crystal pylon. And I think it was order. No. That's Aurum, isn't it? I think that's Aurum. Alright, let's modify it to say A. Alright, so it's not hurting me now. I guess it's because it's been deactivated or something. So it uses nodes, does it, to power those? Interesting. Alright, well let's go home. I can't really do much at this point until I hear from William. It's kind of in his... that is in his ball court. Although the next time Kael... I wonder... I wonder... Sorry, I'm just not sure where... Alright, let's put the... Okay, let's turn this on. I've got to put the horse away, but... Did I put some clay in here? I did. So I need 3... I have a... I need 3 pieces of clay. I said 3, so I need 2 more. You can go back in there. So let's cook this. Alright, and I need a piece of dye. Or ink. Okay, so I need a paper, I need 2 iron, and blocks of iron. What's wrong with that? Oh, I have... Does it have to be? Alright, well... Guess I have to... I need 6 then. No, 5. Cook 5 more. And I guess we can pick a color? So even though that says white, I know his was purple, so... Color do I want? I'm gonna pick green. Where is my... mortar and pestle? Ah, there it is. And that does mean I'll need to borrow that soul vial again. I hope it doesn't break. Well, I guess I need the clay first, don't I? That would kind of help. Kind of wonder where Damnatio was today. He might have been resting. Actually... There we go. Table. Not that kind of table. There we are. Okay, so... Okay. She was made out of 4 of them, wasn't it? Then... a framing saw... Wait, what? Okay, well, oak seat. To make that, well... No, oak seat. What are you missing? Oak seat back. Oops. Alright, well I have a lot of sticks. Alright, let's get some oak wood. Need... No, let's start with... Where is the seat back? That one. I want to make one of these. Actually, I want to make 2 of them. Okay, so this. Okay, so now we have 2 of those. And I need a chair. Oh, wait. No, I don't want that. Dang it. Oh, it needs a pressure plate. Okay. Well... Oh, what are you missing now? You'll have to make do without a lamp. He's got plenty of lights in there. So let's pick him up with this again. Yeah, I know you're pissed with me. I would be too if I got struck with a pickaxe, even if it was by accident. So let's put it over here. Give you something to do. Since you seem to like to write, we'll have to put the flour elsewhere. Actually, probably along with the dirt. Let's take that off. We'll put it over here. The grass will spread onto it soon enough. Alright. That means we'll move this as well. Put that... I guess we'll put it against the wall over here for him. Alright. I think I have to stand up here in order to situate it properly, so we'll do that. Which means I might want to raise the roof one, because I don't want him bumping his head. Alright. Alright. And you need some paper. Alright. Kind of wondering if I should put... round up the other blocks and put them around the edge. See, 2. Yeah, might have to relocate things again if I do that. Well, first I gotta find them. And that could be interesting. There they are. I only put 2 in there. What did I do with the other 2? Alright. I might have put them back. I don't remember, actually. Maybe I put them in the room. I think I put them in the room, didn't I? Come to think of it, let's go look. Yep. Alright, in that case, let's move this all over then. Just in case he is the Dean type. Right, sorry. You might have to come out of there again. So if we go... Let's see... Hey there, Narlosa. Yes, it must have been a long time, because it's been long enough I don't remember your name, and I apologize. Just so you know what's going on here, this is a serious roleplay series that I'm playing, although it's very quiet in chat right now. And basically you guys play the roles of the characters of her spirit guides, and I'm playing Evalyn Brass. And if you're talking out of character, if you don't feel like role-playing or have something to say out of character, use one of the following formats, which By the time you hear this, you will have seen it in chat. And otherwise, I try to interpret what you say in character, and if I can't interpret in character, I'll tend to not respond to it until I get to a game menu screen, at which point I go out of character and talk that way. But otherwise, if I'm not in this screen, or not in the game, I am talking as Evalyn. So feel free to make up a spirit, how your spirit came to be someone that Evalyn can hear. It's entirely up to you. And welcome back. Alright, that's the size it has to be. It's not exactly roomy, is it? Well, let's do what we can with the space we have. Bed. The desk isn't going to be as big, unfortunately. Will only be able to do that. There. There. Now let's put the, this here. Well, actually, I guess it might seem a little roomier if we take this out. You only really need that much, hopefully. There we go. And let's give him some paper. Okay, so that means I can put the flower back over here that I just moved. And let's put that there. Cool. Awesome. Oh, you sort of become pregnant. Well, congratulations. I can see that distracting you quite thoroughly, so that's awesome. I hope everything is proceeding nicely. Alright, let's move this up here. Hey there, Amoga Man. The brackets around it mean you're talking out of character there, so I hope you're enjoying being a superhero fighting evil in your distant land. If you meant that to be in character, I'm not quite sure how Evalyn would respond to that. Alright, is there anything I've missed? We've got lighting. He's got his typewriter. Alright, let's put him in. And, there you go. Feel free to type. Yeah, there he goes again. Wonder if he'll write the same thing again. Have a good time. Yes, he is busy. I'll have to come back periodically and see what he's been writing. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit the mic. Ah, your 20-week scan is tomorrow. Well, I hope it goes well. And I can see that you would need a distraction from that sort of thing. And glad you liked the idea. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. If he writes the same book over and over again, then I will know that there's perhaps something a little wrong with his mind. Which I can understand. Alrighty, let's put the horse back in the pasture over here. Hey there. Yeah. Welcome back. I wish I knew what happened to your compatriot. Is he the one that, well, I don't know. Well, I'll see if I can find you a new friend later. At least you're okay there. I think I might leave that particular lasso there, if I can get it off my fingers. Thank you. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to grab another lasso just to keep it on me. Didn't I? Oh, wait a minute. I think I had a... I put them in my, I do have some here, but I think I also put the other ones in the computer, so... Well, now we have some tables, I suppose. Suppose we could put them here. Don't know what I'm going to put on it, but we have a table. Oops, what am I doing? That's not what I thought it was. I'm hungry. Alright, I'm just gonna make sure everything is running properly. Twitch always takes a little longer to recover from this sort of thing. So just, if you can hear me, be patient because I'm waiting for Twitch. Alright guys, as far as I can tell on my end, everything should be working again. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what's going on. It's, I think it's my connection between OBS and my rebroadcaster this time around, because I'm not getting kicked from the server, so it's not my internet connection. Just trying to remember what I was talking about. Alright, well. Okay, guess I'll put this away. No idea why that was in my pocket. I might go check his, typewriter, see if he's written anything more. I'm just curious to see if it's the same thing. So if he writes, he seems to be done. I don't hear any typing. Yeah, it looks done. Since he can't talk, maybe this is his way of... Ravaged treats. Okay. Let's see what that one is. If it's about the same as the first one, I'm going to assume they're not... Oh, there he goes again. I'm going to assume it doesn't have any real meaning. I was kind of wondering if it did. Oh, well, it's the same length as the first one, looks like. Distant into the caves lies a small castle named Arctic. Arctic is known as the house on the mound to those... This sounds very similar to the first one. Arctic has extravagant stores, a talented... it's always good to assist a good cause. No one to try the fun of the steeple. He would speak his battle chant. This time it's about a guy. Yeah. Yes. This person's named Rutia. The bad guy heard something spawn. It was a zombie pigman. The zombie pigman swooped down to try to eat them. This time he drew a big knife and plunged it at the zombie pigman. This time he killed the zombie pigman. Rita was surprised at the size of the beast. Walked and hugged him, reminding him there's no more danger. Then they go back to Arctic now. Okay, it's basically the same story. This time he's in a cave in a small castle, but it's got the geologist that goes to another... Yeah. You're just writing the same story over and over again, aren't you? Just... Well, I will leave you to it then. It seems to entertain him, so I guess I'll just make sure he's supplied with paper. Well, until I can help him or not. I'm hoping I can. Oh, that's not the book I want. That one. So I need basically ink, a book, and a feather. Alright. I need a piece of leather. Alright. I don't have a piece of leather. Let's go get a whole bunch. Oh, let's turn to grass. That's why it was green. I was like, I don't remember that being green before. Oh yeah, that got blown up. The door got blown up. Apparently that didn't. So, now it opens nothing. It's a decoration. of sorts. Well, give me that, thank you. I guess I'll take these things. Is there anything else down here? I guess we'll take that. It's been so long since I opened these that I kind of forgot where everything is. There we go. Did I have any thommy stuff down here? I think I did. Can I use that for anything? Alright, well. Okay, so I didn't... That was the only thommy stuff I had. Alright, well, we'll leave it. It's so dark. Let's take the faster way back. Actually, where did I move? Did I move that here? Yeah, I did. That's right there. Alright, let's put these... That and that and that can go in there. And this can go here. Come on, let me off. Thank you. I think this is probably a wasted effort, what I'm about to do. But I figure nothing ventured, nothing gained, huh? Come on. Come on, let me out. I hate when you get stuck on a slippery piece of glass. It's annoying. Okay. There we go. All the leather we could want. I probably, come to think of it now, I probably already have some in here. For when I was working on things. Yes, yes I do. Oh well. I could do that here. Alright. Drop it. Drop it. Okay, I needed ink and a feather. Well, the ink, I already have. The feathers... I have a feather. Might have more feathers in here. Hi, guys! Yes, I do have more feathers. Awesome. Let's take some feathers. And we'll make sure we can collect more. At least a few more. Actually, the hopper hawk I had here got killed, that's right, so never mind. I'd have to make another one. Alright, you can have these things. I would like to make that, please. Thank you. Alrighty, let's see. How do I put this? Can I go back? Agreed to be us. There's the seer again. I wasn't thinking. Was just... just reacting. No, he probably won't. Don't know what else I want to say. No, I don't want to say that. I can only remind you of my actions when you had a similar lapse in judgment with the events surrounding Richard. Mm. Alright, let's read it over. Dear Kael, I wanted to apologize in writing for my lapse in attacking you. My only explanation is that I was beside myself with grief at the loss of Daniel, and when you agreed to be Astharus' seer again, albeit by subterfuge... I misspelled that, and I can't change it now. Oh well, it's written. He took advantage of your lycanthropy. I could only see a future for you being turned like Daniel into a tool to open the portal. I wasn't thinking, I was just reacting. If I had time to think, I wouldn't have done it. So I apologize for my mistake. Made in my grief. I can only remind you of my actions when you had a similar lapse in judgment with the events surrounding Richard and felled me. I forgave you then because I understood you weren't yourself. I hope you can find it in yourself to forgive me my lapse. Under my own emotional circumstances. I am deeply sorry for attacking you like I did. Sincerely, Evalyn Brass. Alright, well, if he's awake, he'll probably attack me, but hopefully I can slip in and drop off the box. Chest. Did I put them in here? I might have put them in here. I did. Of course, he might just burn the thing without reading it, but at least I can make the attempt. Alright. So where is... Alright, I've got to look it up. I have a note. Leo. Leo for the lion, because he likes to roar. Well, there's no, nothing attacking me just yet. I will put it upstairs, but I'm not going to put it in his room. I'm going to put it outside the door. Because if I go into his room, he will take that as a sign of intrusion. Quite sure. So, instead I'm going to right here. I can go in and out. Should I leave a... No. Actually, if I just leave it there, he'll at least be compelled by curiosity to open it. And at least read the title. So, alright, let's get out of here before he shows up. Alright. Okay, did what I could there, given that he is probably in his void home plotting ways to destroy me. Alright. Hello there, Mr. Computer Ghost on Beam. welcome to my serious roleplay stream, Project Renascintis. And I'm just going to give you the information about what this is, if this will let me. Alright. Apparently I can't currently type. I'm going to have to restart my Beam chat. Please give me a moment. I won't see anything you say. Alright, just a sec here. It's taking a while to shut down. That is not good. Alright, fine. I'll shut it the hard way. Alright. Come on, start up. There we go. Alright, so, Mr. Computer Ghost, if you said anything after your first greeting, I didn't see it because I had to restart Beck's client. Wouldn't let me say anything. Alright, so yes, I'm serious roleplay, so that means that if you want to talk out of character, I'm going to give you 2 examples of how people normally talk out of character. Like that. And, otherwise, I'll try to interpret what you say in character, if at all possible. If it's out of character, or I see that it was meant to be out of character, then I will tend not to respond to it until I come to a screen like this. I try to remain in character when I am not in a save game type screen. So, welcome to the stream. And sorry for the explanation if you've already heard it before, but I try to make sure people know what I'm doing because, well, it's not your typical stream. Alright, let's get back to Evalyn. Alright, let's see. I've done about what I can. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get rid of that taint thing that's nearby. Well, it is contained, though. Do I really need to? I don't know. Let's pay attention to what you're looking and go to the right place. That would be very good. There we go. Is it night? It's day. How much is it day? It's a lot day. Okay. Because just in case I need a place to put perdition again, I better not destroy it. It does seem to be contained, so... Well... yeah, I think I need to keep it. You're right, Dahasnan. I had already decided that before I saw what you said, but, yeah. Kinda needs a place to live. But, frankly, when we get him back, he's gonna have to stay in a soul bottle until... I'm kinda wondering if he has a soul, is that what made him a different? And if so, what soul was it? What happened to Perdition? No, you missed quite a lot, Dehasnan. Kael stole Perdition. The short version. The slightly longer version is the portal is shut because Daniel was sacrificed by justice. But I'm not certain Daniel didn't intend for that to happen. But let me take you to the castle. Daniel's safe now. Atera said a soul cannot be destroyed. I thought at first he'd been destroyed. But he wasn't. He is just beyond the reach of any of the gods here, and beyond the reach. Enchanted soil. Beyond the reach of Astharus. But he still exists. And he's safe. I will never see him again. I'll never talk to him again. But he's Daniel. He's Daniel again, and he's safe from Astharus. And I am going to be content with that because he's safe. So, it all was... I didn't realize that his death had opened and closed the portal briefly. But when it did, it dropped... The portal led to Atera's prison. And you might say, well, why did Astharus want to go to Atera's prison? Well, if he could induce me to go into the portal, my obliteration, I guess, was what opened the portal and let him through, and Atera is powerless in her prison. He can't actually go into it. None of the gods can. That's why she can't get out of it. But that would let him in there when she's powerless, and he could kill her. And Daniel, I don't know if he knew that he was going to be killed by justice in order to open it, but he did turn it into a good thing. He gave me part of what I needed to free Atera. Unfortunately, the other part that I need is Perdition. And Kael was here, and I had run downstairs. The castle didn't look like this then, by the way. The castle still looked like Ian's castle. I went down here to the coffin. This has also been purified. To see if Daniel was here, because I didn't want to believe that he'd been destroyed, which is what I thought had happened. And he wasn't here. But Astharus was here, and he denied killing him, and Kael, I didn't think it was Kael. Kael was quite upset when he saw that my brother had just burned to death in front of my eyes. And I was still thinking Daniel had been utterly destroyed, so I was very, very upset. And then Astharus asked Kael to be a seer again, and Kael initially said no, he wouldn't, because he'd been thrown aside like trash, and then Astharus caused him to become an obedient wolf. And so when Astharus asked him again, he said yes. And I didn't know the portal was shut. I was so upset I didn't even notice it, to be honest. I'd seen the bow and picked it up, but I hadn't realized the portal column was gone. That's how upset I was. I didn't know it was gone. I thought it was still there. I thought Astharus was going to have Kael start working on it again. I mean, at that point, I didn't know for sure that it led to Atera. I only knew what Daniel had told me, and I thought perhaps he was mistaken. And I didn't know that a certain kind of death opened the portal. my death. I didn't know then. I thought, well, you know what I thought. So, when Kael accepted, and then Astharus let him turn back into himself, I attacked Kael because my brother had just sacrificed himself. Well, been sacrificed, I guess. I didn't know at that point he might have done it, and I'll explain in a little bit why I thought he might have done it. But I attacked Kael, and he attacked me back, I think. I did hit him. I don't think I actually hurt him at all, and to be honest, I kind of thought that was because of his magic. But on the other hand, I think he attacked me back. And I say I think because he didn't hurt me either. It didn't hurt at all. And I don't have that kind of magic, you know that. Anyway, so I went back home. I was not running away from Kael in afraid. I was just like, I'm out of here. There's nothing I can do. My brother has just been killed before my eyes, destroyed, because he was killed by a god, I thought. I thought it was, well, an entity. I thought he was obliterated. And, well, I did talk to Atera, and she explained what I now know, that it did go to her cell, and that Astharus intended all along for me to be tricked to go into the portal, so that my death, true death, obliteration, I don't know, would open the portal. The death of her seer was required to open it. Sacrifice of her seer. And Kael, I was warned that Justice told her Kael might take perdition, and perdition is the other thing I need. I need the bow that came through the portal from Atera, which is her bow, by the way. It's the equivalent of Alair's Genesis weapon. You know, the one that Kael was so keen to get his hands on? This is her bow. And I need this, and I need to save the soul of perdition. I'm not sure how I do that, but I need to do that. That's the other thing I need to do in order to open her cage. So that means that Tainticle had a soul, which comes as news to me. But as soon as she told me that, I rushed outside, cutting our talk in the middle, to get perdition, put perdition here, because I was pretty sure a lasso wouldn't work. And perdition was gone. So Kael has him. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to be making a journal entry pretty soon, so I will leave the rest of the explanation for later, but suffice it to say that Atera also told me that Daniel is not destroyed. He is not obliterated. A soul cannot be destroyed, is what she told me. He is just been sent beyond anywhere that any of the gods here can reach him, or the entities, for that matter. And I asked if it was a safe place, and she said you could say that. So he's not destroyed, he's Daniel. He was Daniel, because that's how the portal was opened. Albeit briefly, because he wasn't her seer, but he was my brother. And he loved me. Well, because he built the portal, I guess it took part of his essence in order to build it. So he was connected to the portal and to me, and that was enough to open it, if only for a moment. Long enough for Atera to drop this down for me to get. I picked it up at the time. I kind of thought it was his. It kind of puzzled me, but well, there it is. I guess I have to kind of think of how I want to put this in the journal, because a lot happened, and I haven't told you everything because, well, I'm going to be writing it in the journal again very shortly. Recording it in the journal, I guess, might be a better description. So yeah, I have to get Perdition back, and Kael is understandably upset with me. I did apologize once I started to come back to myself, but according to William, he is still supremely peeved. In fact, he told William to feel free to kill me on sight. So needless to say, he is not happy. So I left a message for him. Yeah, so I need to think a little bit more about how I want to put it in my journal, because if I tell every little thing that happened, it's going to be a very long journal entry. But to be quite honest, I am so exhausted mentally and emotionally from what happened today. I don't know if I can find the energy to do much more today. The only thing that wasn't purified, well, you'll see when I do the journal entry. Let me think. All right. Let's see. Dear Journal, Daniel is dead. Again. And I use his name on purpose because it's Daniel that died and it's not Ian. But he's not destroyed, he's not obliterated, and he is Daniel. But I guess I better start at the beginning. I can't write every detail in here because there's just too much that happened today. But I'll try to explain it as best I can. Well, when I woke up today, Kael was out and about, so I went. I told him that I would like to talk to him. So we went to his void home, and I told him basically that Daniel didn't know how to shut the portal, but that he had promised not to continue with it. Well, not promised exactly. He said he wouldn't continue with it because I asked him if he could wait until I found his silverfish for him. And he said sure. Well, Kael said he'd give me one more chance to try to talk him out of it because the portal had grown. And I was shocked by that because I used the fast travel through the Nether Gate in order to get to Kael's, and I didn't see it. And that troubled me greatly because he said that he would wait. At least I thought he had. So I came home, and I told Kael I would talk to Daniel as soon as I could. So on the telepathic network, I kept calling out for Daniel, and he did answer. And it was Daniel, and I asked him if I could come over to see him, and he was, oh yes, please, sure, come over. So I did, and of course Kael had warned me he'd be hovering in the area, and I knew he would. So that was, well, I'm not surprised he did that. Daniel. And the portal was unfortunately much more, but it was much stronger than I'd seen it. And I asked him, I said, Daniel, I thought you were... And he said, I can't remember exactly how he put it, but basically to the effect of that he had misled me because he wanted to surprise me. He thought it would be something good. He could make it something good. And as I'm telling you this now, I'm still not certain if he knew what was going to happen in any way, or I'll show you why I'm not sure. At first, I thought he didn't know what was going to happen. When he said he told me, this goes to Atera, so you can go talk to her and get her out. And I thought he was mistaken, because I didn't know then where it went, and I thought for sure it didn't go to a good place, because Astharus, well, I can't imagine him, if it went to a good place, tell those go to, you know what I mean? He had started attacking tentacles he was doing, and he went to stand on the portal itself. And I'm gonna have to meditate to see if I can remember if he said anything. But when I turned around, lightning, I think, struck him. And he was on fire. He is a vampire. And, well, fire is very bad. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and I ran over, and I started trying to put out the fire. But I was too late. He burned right there in front of me. And I heard Kael shouting something about he was the one who was supposed to do it, and shouting at Astharus. And so I thought Astharus had done it. But then I thought, Daniel, he came from our world like us. I hoped that he wasn't gone, so I ran down to his bedroom, where his coffin was, hoping to see him there, but he wasn't there. And I only ran down there after his gravestone disappeared, and there was a bow left there that I picked up. I thought it was his at that time, and that's when I ran downstairs. And he wasn't there. But Astharus, oh, so kindly stopped by and let me know that my brother was gone, that he was... I thought he meant he was destroyed. I knew that we could only be killed, those of us from my world, by a god. He said justice had done it. Justice had sacrificed my brother, killed him. And I couldn't understand it. When I had talked to Atera in the morning, before I spoke with Kael, or was it after? Anyway, it was before I talked to Daniel. I'm so confused. When I talked to her, she said that a plan had been set in motion, and I was afraid that she meant that Astharus would know that she knew where the portal went, and she assured me he knew nothing. And as events transpired, that was true. So I did not understand why justice killed Daniel. I didn't understand then. At that point, I was still very, very upset. I had seen my brother, I thought, be obliterated, not just killed and turned into a spirit again, but destroyed utterly by a god, by an entity rather, I was in shock and I was grieving and I was crying and then I saw we were inside still. I still didn't know the portal was gone. I saw Astharus, heard Astharus asking Kael to be his seer. And Kael was like, "No, you threw me aside. I'm not going to be your seer." And then Astharus caused him to become a wolf, invoked his lycanthropy. And then he became like an obedient dog, so when Astharus said, "Will you be my seer?" he said yes. And that's when all I could see was the portal that my brother died so that it wouldn't be opened. I saw Kael taking up where he left off. I saw him becoming worse than I saw my brother be in the future, because Kael is much more powerful than Ian was before I managed to start reawakening Daniel. So I attacked him. I shouldn't have, but I wasn't myself. I lost it. But I couldn't hurt him though, and I don't know if it's his magic that he has that protected him. But the odd thing is that I think he hit me back. I think, like I said, I was very much upset at the time, and, well, you know how you get kind of single focused on things. I think he hit me back, or tried to, and he didn't hurt me either. Which greatly puzzles me, and I would like to talk to Atera about it. But anyway, this journal entry, I said I was going to try not to make it too long. Then basically I then fled. I wasn't running from Kael particularly. I just saw that there was nothing to be done, and I just wanted to get away. I wanted to grieve my brother. And so I left, and Kael said that he had my scent. He was really pissed, and I think he followed me home. And then I came in here where I'm writing the journal entry. And then I heard my brother's voice. I thought it meant he was alive. So while I was calming down, hearing his voice, I was, oh, thank the gods, he's not obliterated. I can hear him. And so I told Kael, "I'm sorry I attacked you. I'm sorry. I was really upset." But he kind of went away after that, but he didn't talk to me for very long, which is just as well, because I was listening to Daniel. It was some kind of recording that didn't, for whatever reason, get activated when he died on our world. But it was a spiritual recording. A ghost, if you will. And when I realized that what I was hearing was 24-year-old Daniel just before he died, just after his birthday, I think, recording this in case something happened to him. So I couldn't talk to him. He wasn't here. And so then I thought, he's still gone. He's still been destroyed. I said goodbye to him as if he could hear me, but I knew that he couldn't. I thought that there was no way he was gone, like really gone. So when I had calmed down, I talked to Atera, and she explained that portal led to her prison. So Daniel was right about that. It had always meant to lead to her prison. And when I went to the future, and Lillith said that I should go first, there was a reason for that, and I think thinking back that she was misled into thinking that what I thought, that we could shut the portal from the other side, because I'm almost certain I heard her fighting Ian and die just before I got to the portal, and Ian laughing. And I think I know why he was laughing now. Actually, I'm pretty sure. Because Atera told me that the way that the portal, the last step, the way the portal was opened, was with the death of her seer. The seer going through the portal opens it. And once the portal is opened, Astharus could go in, because it was protected from the gods. He couldn't go in before, but now he could go in, and he could kill her because she had no power in that place. And that was his plan for the portal, to kill Atera. And me, but that doesn't really matter to me. That's not the part that yeah. So, that's why... Then I'm getting ahead of myself. Then I asked Atera if Daniel was destroyed. And she said a soul can't be destroyed. That he was sent to a place that was far beyond any place that the gods or the entities could reach. Just like Astharus, like Astharus said. And I said, well, is he safe there? And she said, yes, in a way. So he's not destroyed. He was Daniel when he died. I'm never going to see him again. I'm never going to hear him again. But he's safe. This is Daniel's castle. And I'll show it to you in a moment when I get to the story, that part of the story. I will draw a picture in the journal. Then, after talking to Atera, she told me that the portal, when Daniel died, killed by justice, it opened the portal for a brief instant before it shut. And that confused me because I thought, I asked her, you said that the death of your seer is what opened it. And the reason that it opened briefly, just long enough for her to drop something through, for me, even though at the time I thought it was Daniel's, the bow, was because something of himself went into making that portal. And because he was connected to it, and because he was connected to me, because he loved me, because I was his sister, his sacrifice, whether he meant to die or not, allowed Atera to give me the bow, her bow. Her bow, just as Genesis, the weapon that Kael has been slavering over, that belongs to Alair, is a representative of her power. And I think the only reason I can hold it is because she gave it to me and I'm her seer. I think. Because I'm pretty sure Damnatio told me if anybody did ever manage to hold his sword, Genesis, that they would die, but... yeah. So now I knew what the bow was. Now I know why Daniel died. And I know that he's safe from Astharus and he's not destroyed. And I'll be content with that. I did manage to save my brother. Because the place looks like this now. It looks like Daniel's. And this is where he died? And that the other people will respect this place and leave it as a memorial to him, to my brother. But again, at this point, when I had just talked to Atera, I didn't know that the place had been changed like this. When I had been here earlier, it looked like Ian's castle with the upside down symbols, the taint, the foreboding masonry. It was not this place. But William then sought to contact me because Kael had gone home and told him that I'd tried to kill him, which is true, and of course William wanted to know why Kael had told him that I was now free to kill me. He was now free to kill me on sight. So I brought him here to explain what the portal was, because he hadn't seen it, and that's when I saw the change. And that's when I saw that the portal was gone. And thinking back now, I'm almost certain when I picked up the bow that the portal was gone then too, but I was too upset. I honestly did not register it at that time. I just did not. So I explained to William the story of Daniel and how Astharus had tried to corrupt him. And all the things that have happened that I've written before in my journal about. To explain why I was so upset when I saw my brother burning on a funeral pyre in front of my eyes, and then I lost when I saw Kael agreeing to be Astharus' seer, that I lost my cool, and I hit him a lot. And William understood. So then we started talking about how... Well, he wanted me to promise not to tell Kael that he'd spoken with me, because he figured it would upset Kael, which I agree. But after talking with him for a while, he still sees that there's a need for balance, which I'd seen before a number of times in both his discussions with... After he heard me trying to convince Astharus, I somehow convinced him, without meaning to, that balance is necessary. As I guess he has that in his nature as well, to some extent. But anyway, I made the decision after talking with him for a while, and I made him promise on his honor, and he has always struck me as a very honorable person. So I took a risk. I told him why I needed perdition back. Because I need it for Atera. And he is going to help me. He went and he looked in everywhere that he could in their shared accommodations at Kael's base, and he couldn't find Perdition's soul vial or whatever it is that Kael did to collect him. But he's going to do his best to see if he can collect Perdition and return him to me. So, the next thing I did is I came here after he was gone to rummage around in their shared accommodation. I came here, and I will go back here because this is where I have what I found. I found something in Daniel's desk, and I don't know. As soon as I saw it, it made me wonder if he knew. But I don't know if this is a new note or if it's an old one that I just never saw before. I'd seen this on the outside of the castle before, but I never realized there was a page 2. I mean, it doesn't look like there's a page 2, does there? But when I picked it up off his reason, I did I'll summon him. I assume as Astharus. If this refer... I can only assume he wants me to talk to Astharus when Astharus is bound, but I don't know, and the help Kael part is going to be a little difficult. If Kael wants to kill me on sight. Not that, like I said, not that it appeared that we could actually hurt each other, but that doesn't mean he couldn't find a way to put me in his void. And Damnatio said that he thought that anyone dropped into the void might be destroyed, so I'm not willing to test that theory. But I went over to I wrote a note of apology to Kael. I took it over and I put it in front of his bedroom door and got the heck out of there. And basically it said that I was very sorry, that I was very emotionally upset at that point, and I thought that he was going to be corrupted like Ian was, and having just had my brother burned to death in front of my eyes, I was a little upset at that point. And so I hit him. And I shouldn't have. If I'd had time to think, I wouldn't have done it, and I was sorry. And that I hoped, given that in a similar circumstance when he attacked me and did fell me, by the way, I forgave him because I understood he wasn't himself at the time. And that I hoped he would extend me the same courtesy for my emotional lapse. So we'll see. He is not someone who trusts easily, if at all. I always assumed he never really trusted me. But if he was that pissed off that he told William could attack me and kill me if he wanted, that could have still been Anchor talking. But in any case, I thought it would be wise to approach him first with a letter of apology. I was going to put a sign on it, and then I realized if I put, like, for Kael from Evalyn, he'd probably just blow the thing up and not even look at it. So I just left the chest there so he can open it and has to at least look at the book to see what it is. And maybe he'll read it. Maybe it'll help. You know, on second thought, I don't think I should carry this with me any more than I carried that with me. For the simple reason, if I do somehow manage to fall and somebody happens to get the bow, will it kill them? I mean, I'm pretty sure Damnatio said that to me, but, well, I'll have to ask him. I have a lot of things to ask the gods. Not that they'll necessarily be able to tell me or want to tell me, but... Or perhaps I won't even have a chance to ask them. I don't know. All I know is my brother Daniel is safe. And for now, I'm content with that. Good night, Journal. Hey, Lord Java. Yes, it is very sad. Wow. Okay, I'm going to end the stream here, obviously. At this point, I normally try to get the journal, or the end of the day journal entry posted before I go to bed. But I also have to cut out, I think, at least 2 highlights out of today's events to make more sense of what she just said in her journal. So expect them sometime late tomorrow afternoon if you had missed the earlier parts of the stream and you don't have time to watch, what is it, 5 hours? 5.5 hours of footage. So you guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Tomorrow is my day off streaming, so I won't be here. But Wednesday is Project Renascintis again. And, well, the chances are really high that that will be the last stream. Even more, unless, of course, one of the integral people is unable to make it again. But anyway, that's the plan. Wednesday, Project Renascinctus. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Didn't I say that already? I think I said that already. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the Enderman bite. And I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.